Dear M, I am asking myself why. Why this? Why now? Who fucking cares? And while no answer comes to mind, I can only say that I am using you to understand myself. I'm trying to make sense of our memories. You remind me of my own hesitant brashness. Embarrassed, I enact this composition anyway. I want to translate what is written behind the iron-backed mirror at the end of the hall and the impacts we can cause together. I'm writing my way into wandering, like you. Who is making the decisions? Who transcribes these rules, and why should I listen? Why do you keep reading? There are so many stories I still don't know. The lives of our makers are so unclear. I'm wandering just like you, pretending to know. I'm just beginning. And I'm using you. I keep waking up with my hands in fists. I'm pulled into the dirt of our histories for what? To grasp whatever meaning I can salvage? Could be nothing. Could mean everything. Meanwhile, there's this young bitch laughing at me from the tree just outside my window. You know the one. The pine that leans toward the east. She won't come down or talk to me the way I need her to, which is why I can't help but talk to you. She's just another piece of us that I can't shake loose, that I can't shake free. Yours truly.
Dear M, I wrote a love letter once and pressed it to my chest, and then pressed my naked chest to the wet cliffs not far from your home. I think you know what this feels like. When you reply to this letter, and I hope you do, please tell me how naked you feel right now, like you've been turned inside out and there's boot prints in the lining of your skin. I'm not making much progress. Tell the truth, Em. Does it really hurt so bad, or do you sometimes like it and invent the pain? New Englanders can be so damn resigned to the long haul. What is it with all that sadness? What's that layer you have wrapped around you? So shy and proud on some secret path only you know through the channel of an infuriating spirituality. Naturalism, bullshit, and a beer served cold. Does that make you uncomfortable? You have no great monsters haunting you. You only have the means that I give you to scrape the bark off your own origins. I just yanked a hangnail and it is bleeding more than I expected it to. I was watching a beetle walk across my blanket this afternoon and I thought of you. It had a strand of black thread caught on its back leg, a hair, and the hair seemed to stretch forever, but there was nothing attached to the other end. I want to think our histories do not determine who we become. People in charge, they try to make us all look the same, so our failures and their judgments can fall with the same hammer. But it doesn't work like that. I still want to tie something to the end of that hair, even if you've lost interest in my memory. I'm trying to make you smile through a window. It is not enough. Not nearly enough, and I'm sorry. We must keep trying. Yours, truly.
Dear M, I was imagining a pleasant conversation we might have someday, but I started to fall asleep and jerked awake only when this red spider crawled across the inside of my wrist. I don't know what that means, but I won't let it be something bad. I don't think the spider bit me, but I smelled your mother's coffee anyway and was brought back to the island full steam. How might I go about staying anonymous? Is anonymity the same as hiding? I do not want to be called a coward, but I stare into the corner of the room and I scare myself. I taste rotten fruit at the back of my mouth and I see shadows in the open doorway. No, I'm not afraid of you. You empower me. You give me the excuses I need. You are the purest of privilege, and we all like to imagine what that must be like. I've been sleeping better, imagining how I might tear you apart with words, cut off the excess, the unnecessary. I'm going to steal your love from whatever rock it's hiding beneath and make you better at loving by writing you a better story. I've been taking more naps this winter, afraid to leave the house, and I imagine the sound of your breathing beside me. Have you ever deprived yourself of anything? Have you ever been denied? Suppose you could live forever on the rolling tongues of your biggest fans. In a chorus, they all seem to approve of how fast you are growing. Yours truly.
Dear M, you know, I understand the impulse to leave this place the size of a teacup, and you too tall already, so long and pale, head scraping the ceiling, feet stuck in the sand. I can see your purple veins. Do you imagine yourself a sailor setting out to chart the wild sea? I'm no genius. I'll probably never figure you out, but don't you dare oversimplify what it means to have a body. Though I agree, it's never as good as it is in your head. What I'm trying to tell you isn't coming out right. You're so self-assured, aren't you? I'm proud of you for leaving, but nervous too. The first of many departures. Keep your suitcases close. I have a map I was going to give you. I changed my mind. I kept it for myself, stapled it to my groin, and now I have to tilt my head at a funny angle to read where I'm going next. Or rather, where I'm going to take you. Yours truly.
Dear M, the desert will take your virginity. You will lose your body. Here it no longer matters, just currency for the voices in your head to spend on the night wind. I know what you're doing, young man. You are mining for sweet water of the cactus flower. I can hear the beat of your boots pounding a memory onto page. Make your knuckles white, clinging so hard to this adventure, this spirit that will leave a testament behind. As if I'll stay in bed, just waiting for you, just waiting for your reply. My jealousy is showing like an exposed slip. My zipper is down. Engaging in war begins with quiet words, you know, the kind of words that will be uttered soon. You will need to sign for the receipt of other people's bodies inside of your own. You will not starve. You will seal your commitment to future battles by what happens next. Keep close these people of greatness that will shape who you become. The clowns, the scavengers, the statues of beauty and ears to the ground. Use us for all that we are worth. Yours truly, Courtlyn.
Dear M, I'm really loving this and hating myself for being the object removed. You have been swallowed by a womb, given holes that were not there before. Your heart makes a different sound. Even your eyes are a different color. But still you're letting others speak for you, through you. Still, I write you into a continuation of some pained existence, only now I've added coins to your purse. I'm trying my best not to erase you, because I want your image to sustain its memory. The body lingers, though our stories are made of sand. When you wake up, you'll hear sirens. In the distance, the ringing of metal and the grinding of bone will call you to a darkness tinted with yellow that will serve as the backdrop for the best time of your life. And this I would never erase, but I will make you remember it in a million different ways. When this is all over, we shall know how to play with our bodies and which games produce the most pain. Yours truly.
Dear M, you've returned and I can see fissures in your skin. You've returned for what? To bury sharp metal deep inside yourself. To hide again after such a strenuous journey and listless abandon. I can see the way an experience has ripped you open. Your return is timely. So much has changed. But what can you save? You've returned in order to escape again. from bearing witness to the death of more children in which you see yourself. You will imagine boys with the full body of your man. Remember, he left you. Some of these boys will survive and lay beside you. Some of these boys will leave you again and again, as he did. Their voices will echo through each crevice you step over, each wave that breaks across your ankles. I will make sure your dreams are not made of peaceful song. I am writing to you now to work this out once and for all. What shows on my skin, I put on yours, too. I'm making words in the form of chunks of muscle. Gristle and ass pimples and hangnails shape the words I have to get out onto you. There is much to say, and I fear I am losing your attention. Like you've forgotten, I'm here too. But I am here, and I'm not going anywhere. Out of the corner of my eye in the early morning, I too see the shadows that haunt you. I have decided they will haunt me too. Yours truly.
Dear M, you're placing your head on a chopping block, and you'll lose your tongue before too long. Now summer is leaving you too. I presume you'll run away again, drive yourself to another end. Set yourself on fire, or at least rip the clothes from your body and let your body burn at the hands of a sun that will never make it as far north as you have lived. I've got other places to go too, you know. Other people to play with. A legacy of tongues. Can't expect me to stay in the background while you fumble your way through scene after scene. It is my opinion this little exploration has circled back on itself, and my work is almost done. You and I have gone just far enough. We've invented something here, you and I. A list of characters with holes for eyes and someone else's life at their heels. I'll turn your disappearance into one more of these people. I'll dress him up in the stories, not written here, and bind him in the next chapter. And perhaps he'll give me what I need. Yours truly.
Dear M, I imagine that you probably dream yourself into the body of that boy and watch your own skin beaten. There are so many beatings, so many more to come, but really, it's all the same. Let's document what I imagine you dream about. I'll imprint the time you've spent and the time you cannot get away from. If all this looks similar to you, it's because we've been here before. Though the way the island survives has changed, just as your body tells a different story. A witness to these events might wonder why you matter at all. Who is this story for exactly? An island in rot, or a man on the run, or a woman who has no more cause to sign her own name? My goals were maybe too selfish, and now I can't stop using you to trap an audience the way you chain others to a bed, or steal a coin purse, or seal an unfortunate fate. All that's getting too heavy now, and here you stand, ready to play again. How does boyhood taste now that you're on the other side? I write through you to understand my memories and the patchwork of past that represents our origin. Can't I own one thing? Can't it be you and your unfortunate actions, your avoidances, silences, and caresses? No one else will want you anyway. A question asked many times before. Has no story ever felt so crucial and yet so unimportant? For this I feel guilty, and I might kill you off just yet. Yours truly.